So can you paint a kayak with Plasti dip? Let's find out. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to Plasti dip my kayak. We're going to try it out. I get a lot of questions sent to me all the time about can you paint a kayak, and when I research it, I find out that a lot of people have tried to spray paint their kayak and the paint just ends up like wiping right off. It won't bond to the plastic. But I have seen a few guys, the guys that fish in the ocean, they like to take the fluorescent orange Plasti dip and paint just the nose of their kayak so they can be spotted from, miles out when they're on the ocean in the kayak. And I figured if the Plasti dip's holding on to the nose of their kayak, we might be able to use Plasti dip on my kayak. So what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to paint my whole kayak black, of course, but we're going to take off the front hatch. And I've been wanting to change the color of that hatch anyway, so we're going to try the Plasti dip out on it. We're going to remove it, I'm going to scuff it up really good, and we're going to see how many coats of this Plasti dip it takes to cover that front hatch, and then we'll see how long it lasts. I mean, I don't put a lot of things on top of it to scrape off the Plasti dip, so I think it should last a while as long as we get it on there thick enough, I think. Let's see how it goes. All right, so the first thing that we've got to do is remove the hatch. And I believe there's, I just turned my light on. I just turned my light on. If you haven't seen this light, I made a video on this. Check that out. Red on one side, green on the other. It's magnetized, so you can stick it to the front of your kayak. And it's also got the distress call. And you can dim it and lower it, and it's got a little flashlight on it also. It's pretty neat. I'm gonna take it off now so to keep it from being turned on the whole time. But if you like that light, I do have a video on it. I'll link it right here and you can check that out. It's pretty cool. I think I've got a promo code for that light too to save you a little bit. So, oh, there's one. I gotta keep it from falling, I guess. There's a 10mm nut on the back side of these screws that I'm holding with a wrench here. The hatch is off. And I'm actually going to leave on the straps because I'm only going to paint the top. I don't want to paint the inside of it, and I'll be able to leave all of this stuff on just like it is. We're just going to test this out on the top. So I'll set a table up, and I can probably just tape off these bungees because they stick up and they're not going to be laying down. And I'll have to re-silicone everything when I put it back together. Yeah, let's get this on the table. We'll scuff it up and we'll start painting it, see if it holds. This is just some of that Speedy or Purple Power. It takes grease off or oil. I'm just gonna go over it with this really good. This is just a Scotch-Brite, and we're gonna scuff it up with a Scotch-Brite really well. Now that I got it pretty much clean, I'm just gonna use a little bit of acetone. We're going to run over the whole thing to get any fingerprints or any oil or cleaner that I might have left on. Alright, so I did open the garage door to ventilate it in here really well. Don't do like I'm doing. If you want to do this, paint it outside. But I've got a good bit of ventilation. I've got a garage door open behind the camera. You're probably going to hear some traffic, like that truck going by right now, but if you do hear traffic, just know that's why. Alright, so I've shaken this up pretty well, And from what I've read, you have to put this Plasti dip on in thin coats. And the first couple of coats is gonna look clear. So let's see. All right, so there's the first coat. I'm not gonna go too thick with it because you're supposed to put it on in thin layers. I believe that's a good base layer to start with. We're gonna let this dry for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna hit it with the next layer. All right, 20 minutes is up. Let's do a second coat. And I believe we're gonna try to get, I wanna try to get 5 coats if it looks good, if it looks good and thick. And it seems like it's going on a little thicker than I thought it would. All right, so we've got 4 coats on it. I'm fixing to put the 5th coat, and that is gonna be our final coat. So right after this next coat, we're gonna let it dry and get it installed back on the kayak, see how it looks. All right, that is it for the last coat. That's 5 coats, and as you've seen, I put the last one on really thick. I probably actually put 2 coats on for the last coat, but we got about half a can left, and I haven't even opened the other one, so it does cover more than I thought it would. There's a lot of people online say that it covers really thin, but I'm wondering what material. Like if this was metal, it would probably take more coats to cover, I guess. I don't know, but it looks like it's covered very well. It's very thick, and I'm gonna give it about a half an hour to dry, and we're gonna reinstall it and see how it looks on the kayak.
1 hour later.
So it's been about an hour since I put that last coat on, and it is dry, and I think it turned out pretty good. It's really good actually. That looks better than spray paint. I don't know how good it's showing up on camera. So what we'll do now is we'll drag the kayak back over here and get it installed and see how it looks. And that feels really good. I think that should be pretty good right there. Let's just set it up there first and see how it looks. I like it. I dig it. It's different. Kind of wish the whole boat was black. That looks really, really cool. All right, let me get it mounted on. we got the bolts on, and I'm gonna go back here in a little while and re-silicone each one of those screws, because there was a little bit of silicone on top that I took off in the beginning. So that's how she looks. All right, let me give you guys a close-up here. So get it over here, there we go. It looks really good, and it doesn't feel any different. It feels exactly like the Kayak. I thought that it was supposed to feel rubbery, but it doesn't. And the edges turned out really good. There's the back side. I like it. We'll have to see how well it holds up. All right, well, I guess you can Plasti dip a Kayak. It turned out really well. It feels just like the Kayak. It doesn't feel like paint or rubber, so I think it's gonna last a while. Only time will tell. I'll keep you guys updated on how this is doing over the next few weeks as I take it out on fishing trips and camping trips, and we'll just see how it holds up. If you're interested in getting some of this, they sell it on Amazon and Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that, but they've got all kinds of colors, and I'll put the Amazon link in the description below this video. You can click it and go check it out and try it. You know, you can get a different color. I don't know if other colors will do as good as this black. Like the neon colors might take a few extra coats to really cover like this black did, but I mean, it's worth a try. I think it's gonna last a while. It's only been dry for about 30 minutes now, and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It feels like it's solid. Just make sure you prep your Kayak really well. Use the acetone or the alcohol. Get everything cleaned off before you start spraying, and I think you'll end up with some good results. If you like this video today, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one.